What's up, everybody? Gingervitis75 coming at you with another action figure review. We got Autobot Cosmos from the Hasbro Transformers Legacy United series. We're coming along on the side of the box here. We got some of that artwork that we probably saw before. It's very similar to the artwork on the back of the boxes of the toys of the 80s. Back side of the box, we got a couple profile shots of Cosmos in his robot form, as well as his flying saucer alt mode. It is the 40-year anniversary of the Transformers series. We got some more artwork. We got a close-up and a more distant look at Cosmos and his body. On the front side of the box, we got the little open window. No plastic on this guy, but we got the open window here. And pretty excited to open up this variation of Cosmos. I picked up the last one, which came out last year, I think in maybe early 2024, late 2023, which is the Velocitron Speedia 500 Collection Legacy Cosmos. And a friend actually sold it to me for retail. I didn't open it. And then I saw that he was going for like $50. So I threw him in a bin and kind of sat on him, and he's still in the bin to this day. Last I checked, he was worth like $80. I'm sure that price has gone down with the release of this version. I had the original version back in the 80s. Then I think Hasbro did a reissue, and then we got the Generations a few years back, and then the Velocitron last year. He is a mini-bot. I think he first appeared in 1985 as a toy, as well as Season 2, Part 2 of the Transformers animated series in the 80s. He first appeared in an episode called Megatron's Master Plan Part 2, where Megatron he pretends to be a good guy and basically fools the public and the citizens of Earth into believing that the Decepticons are good, and he teams up with a senator or some congressman who says the Autobots are bad, and they paint them as villains, and they send them flying into the sun via a big old spaceship. And what happens is Cosmos rescues them by flying them out of the sun using Trailbreaker's force field. And so Cosmos basically grasps onto the force field and pulls them out and brings them down to Earth. They all have a big old fight against the Decepticons. It's pretty epic because you got the full squad there. You got all the Autobots from Season 1 and Season 2. Mini-bots, the big regular size guys, Optimus, Perceptor, blah, 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 all going up against the Decepticons. Decepticons get beat down and they retreat as usual. And that's what happens. So I'm pretty excited to get this guy out of the box. He is a bit different from a lot of the Autobots because he can not only fly, but he can also enter planetary orbits. So, kind of interesting stories there, but let's get this guy out of the box and check him out, and we'll see what's up with Cosmos. All right, we're just going to take a quick look. Got Cosmos out of the box. He looks like a Cosmos should look with an updated version. He is very top heavy. He's kind of bulky, as how he was presented in the cartoon. And his earlier versions of the action figure, he comes with his pistol gun as well as this flag. And what you can do is you can port that flag into these holes on his arms, and I think there's probably other holes that you could probably put him into, but not his butthole, but just other holes. And you can actually attach this to the gun and have the flag waving next to the gun, or actually have the gun as the flag stick. So the paint is really nice. The one issue I have with the paint is this. Look at that. So the inside of these ports that I'm putting it in are rubbing off onto this. But no big deal. You take the gun out of his hand. He keeps spinning, hopefully, and then you can put that in here. And it's kind of a flag stick, so what we'll do is we'll bring this guy up like this, put that in his hand, and he's kind of waving his flag. Pretty cool. The articulation is what you would expect. The head kind of bobbles back and forth. He looks up about that much. He looks down. Well, that's part of the transformation, but yeah, he can look down a little bit. Shoulder joints, flips all the way around. He's got the hinge at the elbow, and then there's this, which isn't, this is more part of the transformation. Then he's got a waist swivel. He's got that. He can't really do the splits, but he's got that articulation there. He's also got the thigh cut. He's got the knee joint, single. Not too much movement there. And then down below, you got the feet, which kind of pivot. Go like that. And then you can also bend it this way, so you can kind of angle it to help him stand a little bit better. And that's kind of it. You know, it's it is what it is. You know, these Transformers, they don't have the best articulation. They're robots. They have to get through the whole engineering of them transforming into a totally different mode. Come on, stand up, buddy. So let's get into the transformation. I'm going to put this turntable away and we'll be right back with the transformation. Hey, just one other thing before we start the transformation process here. So his feet, these things were out like that, so it made his feet look extra bulky, but you are supposed to have them back like that. So that's why he kind of kept falling over and wanted to fall back, because these kind of work as his heels and they kind of offer support on the backside. So I think that's pretty much how it should look when you're starting out. All right, Autobots, transform! All right, we're gonna start transformation of Cosmos here, and just so y'all know, like every other Transformer, this guy comes with the little booklet of instructions, which basically has a step-by-step illustrated book of directions, front and back. So we're gonna try to go by that. I just kind of glanced at it, but we're gonna see how this works out. We're gonna unplug these guys. Gun is going bye-bye. First you start out with the head. You're gonna flip this over. Just give it a nice little press there, and it just kind of trapdoor flips around. Bring up your arms. You're gonna take these fists and you're gonna fold them into the forearms, like so. You're gonna have these guys up like that. You're gonna take the feet and you're gonna take this little tab that's kind of works as his two heels, and you're gonna flip them to the front, which is gonna kind of make it a little harder to balance. All right, and you got these guys up here. You're gonna bring them back like that. All right, and then you're gonna take this guy. Pull them out, I think. That's how you do it, maybe. I don't know. Is that right? I think these guys are supposed to be like that. And then, yep, you bring that out. And you're going to twist it and do a 180. So, It'll be like that. You're gonna flip that back like that, and then you're gonna twist it 180 style. Then you're gonna take these legs again, and you're gonna straighten them out like that. So you're gonna fold down the feet, and you're gonna see this little tab here and this little hole here, and it's gonna kind of lock in there. All right, now you're gonna take these, pop them up. You're gonna look down this way, and I think you're gonna go like so, maybe? No. Oh yeah. You're gonna have to unlock this yellow part from the green. What's going on here? Come on. There we go. So it pops out like so. And then lock these guys in like that. And then you're gonna bring this down like so. Straighten that guy out. So you're beginning to see what it's gonna look like. So then you're gonna bring these guys up, fold them like so. Oh, before you do that, take the yellow tabs here. They're sticking up like wings. Fold them down, and they're gonna lock into place. You see there's a little tab there. It's gonna button in just like so. Same thing on the other side. It's gonna take a little force probably. There we go. All right, so we got that all pushed in. Then we're gonna fold these guys down like so. I think something like that. We're getting close. And then you're gonna take this thing, you're gonna push it. Boom. So when you push that thing, it's gonna bring this thing back. Oopsie. And then you'll see the tabs on the inside of the forearms here. And you're gonna pop those into the little slits of this yellow area. And there you have it. It's pretty simple. You know, there's some interesting areas. Get this a little more flush. There we go. And then you can take your flag and your gun, and you can do stuff like that. Put the flag in here. Right? Come on. So there's that way. So yeah, he's like, just kind of flying around. And then if you see here, these two little nubs, you can add your little laser or fire effects on the end of those, just like you would this gun. What else do we have here? We also have, we can port this into here so that he's actually shooting forward. And then you can take this flag and put it over on this side. Oh, come on, buddy. Lock in. I don't know why this side is not as firmly pressed in as the other side. Come on. There we go. All right, that's looking better. So yeah, there you have it. There's the Flying Saucer UFO alt mode of Cosmos. And I always keep them in robot mode. I just like them for more personality that way. This is pretty cool. I don't remember this top part being as big and lofty as it is now. I thought it was a little bit smaller, but it really stands out. And, it looks like Cosmos from the cartoon. So we're going to transform him back. just so everyone understands, I'll do it really quick, and this will be a lot easier because it just breaks apart, you know. Do the arms, do the feet, flip that up, pull the feet apart, those guys go like that, flip these around so he's got his heels. Then you bring this guy out, you pull that guy out, and then you do that 360. You're gonna roll around, bring out the head. And you'll bring this, and these little yellow things here, they kind of stick, so you're gonna wanna kind of pop them underneath that part. And then you're gonna bring the arms up, and as you can see here, you got this little gap here. Sorry, this may not look that great, but they come down and they tab onto that. So it's gonna tab onto that little green thing sticking out. So you're gonna bring this down, boom. And then you will fold out those hands from the forearms. And there you got Cosmos in his robot form. And he's a pretty cool figure. Come on, lock in there. There we go. There we go. Oh, come on. Doesn't want to lock in there for some reason. So there we go. All right, we're just gonna go right on in to comparisons. I'm gonna give him his gun. Now this guy was part of season 2, part 2, and he is a mini bot. And some of the other mini bots, we have him waving the flag here. We'll kind of have this flag over here on the elbow. Hopefully you guys saw the complete transformation. I was kind of looking at the robot and not really looking through the screen, but hopefully you got the gist of it. I thought I was being pretty detailed in it. So let's bring in some other mini bots from season 2. We got Beachcomber, who was one of my favorite characters, Mr. Peaceful Guy. If you guys want to get the height of Cosmos, he is going from foot to the top of his head, and just under 4.5 inches. So he's a shorty. The other mini bot that we have from season 2, part 2, we got Warpath. I gave him this big old gun that I think came with a bumblebee. Bang! Zoom! Bang! Yeah! That was Warpath. So all we really need is a good power glide and sea spray. And I believe those are, and then we'll get other guys like, I can't remember what the third wave was, but they're kind of like, there's like a remake of Windcharger and a remake of Huffer, and I think Huffer was Pipes or something like that, but yeah. It's been a good run, but I really want Power Glide and Sea Spray. And then we need a Windcharger as well. Haven't gotten a Windcharger from the Legacy figures. Bring in one more here. We're gonna bring in Trax. He's kind of a snob. I don't really like this Trax figure, but he was kind of in the front of my display, so I grabbed him. Just remember him all going, "Oh, do I have to go on guard duty prime? I'm just so pretty." So there we got a bunch of Autobots. And then I'm gonna bring in a bad guy. who also made his first appearance in season 2, part 2. And that is who? Dirge? Yes, it's Dirge. And here we got Dirge. Big old Dirge. So I'd say 0 to 5 for Cosmos. I'm going to give this guy, let's go 3.5. I love my Transformers. I got to wrap it up. My wife is bugging me right now. I'm just getting texts. She's texting me like a maniac because she wants to watch Elevation. So, yeah, it's going to be a, let's go 3.3. 3.3 it is. All right. So it's a 3.3. Nice figure. Really cool robot mode. Looks just like Cosmos, the Cosmos that I want. I always display the robot mode instead of the alt mode. And the alt mode's a little janky and weird, but yeah. Lovely figure, glad to have it. I hope they keep it rolling and we get that Sea Spray and Power Glide sometime soon. So hope you guys like the review, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. We'll check you later on the next one. Peace.